Hello, this is Izzy Perry. We are here today to do something a little bit different. I know we've been doing these little 80s album explorations, which I love to do. I love listening to full albums I've never heard before all the way through. It gives me a very interesting and informative and full experience of music I never knew. Today, though, we're going to answer a very important question, which is, what were the biggest songs of every decade by the year? Now, I'm not going to do this chronologically from the first song ever made until the last song that was released on Spotify, but I'm thinking about starting in the 80s, which is an era that I obviously love, and seeing where it goes from there. So, what were the biggest songs of the 80s? Starting with 1980. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to go to Billboard. I'm going to find the top 5 charting singles of 1980, and we're going to listen to them. All right, here we go. The top 5 charting songs of 1980 according to Billboard. Number 5, Do That To Me One More Time by Captain and Tennille. Okay. Why have I never even heard of this song? It's an odd start, but you know what? That's why we're here. Sounds familiar.
Do that to me one more time. Once is never enough with a man like you.
God, I love it.
Do that to me one more time. I can never get enough of a man like you. Oh,
come on. Sounds like the Bee Gees.
Baby, do that to me once again.
Ooh, man, imagine this on the charts at number 5 today. Wouldn't happen.
Pass that by me one more time. Say those words again, like you just did. Oh, baby, tell it to me once again.
Ooh. What is that? What is that? Do it.
Is
that a recorder? This
This
is such a wedding song.
Do that to me one more time. I can never get enough of a man like you. Oh, baby, do that to me once again.
This is gorgeous.
Baby, do that to me once again. Oh, baby, do it again.
Ooh, back
One more time.
Oh my God.
Do it again. One more time.
Just think about how this is a 4-minute and 16-second song. That's one of the biggest songs of 1980.
Do it again. One more
Wouldn't happen now.
Do it again. One more time.
Okay, and we're fading out. Wow, dude. It's such a gorgeous song, and it's so interesting to hear such a slow. It sounds like just like an album cut. You know what I mean? That's a great track. A lot of just kind of smooth electric piano, kind of almost. It sounds like How Deep Is Your Love a little bit. Bee Gees. I think that's what it reminded me the most of. Is super similar arrangement to that. Would I ever have guessed that was the 5th biggest song of 1980? No. Interesting things about that song. The solo in that song is by a man named Tom Scott, who was a member of the Blues Brothers. Okay. Number 4, a much more familiar song, Rock With You, Michael Jackson. Little more expected. I saw this video of this session drummer on TikTok talking about this song, and apparently Quincy Jones came up to him and was like, for this intro, I need you to make a drum fill that is instantly recognizable and memorable to start this song. And he just did that. It just like one take, he said he did it, and it was perfect, and that was it. And they kept it in that song. You want to hear it? Because it's the first seconds of this song. Rock with you. The fourth biggest song of 1980. God, the groove is undeniable. Also, Quincy Jones production, the late, the great, the legend.
Lay back and groove with mine. You gotta feel that heat, and we can ride the boogie. Share that beat of love. I wanna rock with you all night.
Oh man, it's just so good. So this was considered one of the last hits of the disco era, is what people say. The song was first offered to Karen Carpenter, and she turned it down. Thanks, Karen. Real Karen move there.
Girl, when you dance, there's a magic that must be love. Feel that heat, and we gonna ride the boogie. Share that beat of love. I wanna rock with you.
Drummer's so locked in. Such a clean clap. So real.
And when the groove is dead and gone,
Oh, little tantalizing horn section.
so we can rock forever.
I want to know what synth they used for that part. There's a little chord change on the second groove with you that is just perfect. Crushing the bass. Classic fade out. Just so many fade outs in the 80s. It's crazy. It's an all-timer. I mean, of course it was one of the biggest songs of the 80s. Duh. I could have guessed that. Couldn't have guessed the last song. How are those even remotely in the same world? No hate. Amazing song at number 5, but number 4 is that. Oof, man. Okay. Well, Quincy Jones. No one did it better. All right, number 3 of the biggest songs of 1980, Magic by Olivia Newton-John. Originally recorded for the soundtrack to the 1980 fantasy musical Xanadu. Xanadu. Anyone seen Xanadu? Xanadu has seen Xanadu. I have heard this, I believe.
Start now. There's no other road to take.
me some harmonics happening.
Believe we are magic. Nothing can stand in our way. You have to believe we are magic.
This is unreal.
Don't let your aim ever stray. And if all your hopes survive,
This is very 70s.
destiny will arrive.
Olivia.
Bring all your dreams alive for you.
Oh my God, bring it back.
Bring all your dreams alive for you.
That guitar is so nasty in the stuff.
On free.
Oh my
The planets align so rare.
Dude, those chords that come in there and change it into the little pre-chorus, so deliberate.
There's promise in the air. You
Oh, right there.
come anytime you call.
Oh, I'm in that.
I believe we are magic. Nothing can stand in our way.
I believe.
If all your hopes survive, destiny will arrive.
I didn't know Olivia had it like this.
Bring all your dreams alive for you.
It's just grooving so hard.
Have to believe we are magic. Nothing can stand in our way. I believe. Bring all your dreams alive for you.
Oh, going back to the one there is just.
Bring all your dreams alive for
Fade out? Oh, no fade out. How have I not heard that? Well, we have two songs now that kind of sound like Bee Gees songs. I don't know. What does that mean? Big influence from the Bee Gees, I guess. That song is great. That makes me want to see Xanadu. That makes me want to see Xanadu, and I'm going to watch it. Because if that's the theme song... Xanadu might be the one. Moving on to the top two here. The second biggest song of 1980, according to Billboard, is Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2. Part 2 at number 2. Pink Floyd. Could have guessed this, probably. Huge song. Their biggest song. Written by Roger Waters. Technically came out in 1979. We're going to ignore that. A lot of these early 80s songs are clearly heavily disco inspired. Like 70s disco feeling to them. It's interesting, the progression that we're probably going to see through all the years in the 80s is going to get more and more electronic. I'm very intrigued to see how, synthesis has an influence moving forward. But for now, number 2 biggest song of 1980, Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2.
We don't need no education.
We all saw this
We
coming.
don't need no thought control.
One of the filthiest basses.
No dark sarcasm in the classroom.
Oh, this is such a good track. Super clean guitar.
Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
Just like the tightest drums. Education. Thought Control. Big major chord. It's so powerful, it's crazy. Fun fact about that children's choir, it took them 40 minutes to record that part. Those kids were pros. In the wall. In the wall. I wonder if Roger Waters came and was like, you have to sing it the way that I say it. Another brick in the wall. Just another brick in the wall. Oh God. Iconic guitar solo. Maybe the children were just exceedingly British. Searing guitar solo. Oh, those little slides. The band in the back just so tight. Ooh. Field mics?
How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? Did they just loop that? How can you have your pudding if you don't eat any of your meat? They just looped that. That's a strong protest song. A protest song against corporal punishment and rigid and abusive schooling. When producer Bob Ezrin heard the song with a disco beat, he was convinced it could be a hit, but felt it needed to be longer with 2 verses and 2 choruses. The band resisted, saying they did not release singles. Roger Waters said, "Go ahead and waste your time doing silly stuff. Go ahead and waste your time doing silly stuff." That's such a bad accent. Roger Waters is allowed. He can say that. He doesn't really give me silly energy. He's a real one. Great track. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to number 1. The number 1 song of 1980, according to the Billboard charts, was, of course, Call Me by Blondie. Giorgio Moroder on the production. Theme for American Gigolo, another movie I haven't seen. I'm going to have to watch Xanadu and American Gigolo. That's my homework. This was Blondie's biggest hit. Not really surprised by that. This song stands the test of time. Still hear it all the time. And a great song to end this video with. So without further ado, Call Me. Wow. Oh. I needed to hear that drum fill again. Why did I never notice that drum fill? Searing guitar again. Legendary voice. Ooh, the drums are good. Oh, that extra bar for the drum fill. You know, it's cool that so many of these drums from these songs are so dry. They're so tightly recorded. It's like they're in a small little room. They're muted with stuff. Probably I put t-shirts on my drums sometimes because it sounds so muted and good and tight into a little mic. It's really interesting. Just leaves a lot more space for everything else. Like enormous guitars. snare is so tiny. That's the Giorgio Moroder in this song. Speaking French? What is she saying? Wait, what? Oh my god. Is this French or is this Italian? What is she saying in this? In that part? Oh, she's speaking Italian. I never noticed that. This deserves a tiny dance. I love how you can hear the little mistakes. I love the response. The response of the guy, like the dudes in the background. Call me! Call me! It's great. Another fade out. 4 of the 5 songs that we did today, fade outs. I might need a fade out counter for this series. Thank you for joining me on this excursion through the top 5 songs of 1980 according to the Billboard charts. Please feel free to comment any other music that you think I should listen to, and join me next time for the top 5 songs of 1981. I'll see you then.